The 21st century is making you stiff, weak and lethargic. And the strange thing is, you don't need to be strong, flexible or fit these days. If you get out of breath climbing the stairs, take the lift. If you've got back pain, get a massage. And if you're carrying too much weight, buy looser clothes. Maybe you've tried going to the gym, but you got overwhelmed, frustrated, disappointed, or it wasn't convenient for you, so you stopped going. And who can blame you? There's little need to be fit in 2026. Yeah, I bet you still have that feeling that you should be doing something. So what do you do? The internet is full of challenges. They spread like wildfire. People come up with all sorts of ideas, and they dress them up to sound appealing. Some challenges come with a warning label, which attracts more enthusiastic followers. Some challenges make big promises, and others entice people through their simplicity. But what they all have in common is that they're all created by someone else. It's someone else that comes up with the goal and then creates the challenge around that. An example that I've seen a lot of over the years is the couch to 5K. This is the running challenge where you go from, the couch, doing nothing, to running 5K in one go without stopping. I've known dozens of guys that have tried this challenge, but most never completed it. And when I asked them why they did it, most of them said they felt like they had to do something. But most of them gave up when they didn't see the return on investment. They put in the time, they put in some effort, but then they failed to see the results they were expecting. And if an investment isn't giving you any return, you don't stick with it, you cut your losses. The problem was, these guys followed someone else's plan, hoping to get the results they wanted, rather than creating a plan for themselves. So what do? I suggest you try a different type of challenge. Not a 12 weeks to get shredded challenge, but a 12-week challenge to figure out a way of training that you can see yourself doing for years. This is about finding a routine that feels worth your time and effort. I don't want to tell you what to do. I want you to figure out what you want to do. I can help you with the approach. Here's how it works. Think about what you want to achieve, and then think about the first step you can take. The first step must feel so easy that it's almost pointless. Not 10,000 steps, not an hour in the gym 3 times a week. I want you to let go of any thoughts you have about exercise, fitness, and gym routines. And I want you to think of one small thing you can do that will help you to get started. Something you can do without resistance. If it feels like effort, it's too big. Then each week, you add to it, slowly. Like a bricklayer, you add 1 course of bricks, then you wait for the mortar to dry before laying the next. Your first step could be as simple as practicing squats each day. That's it, just practice. Then when you feel ready, add another exercise. That could be getting up and down off the floor and practicing that for 5 minutes. It doesn't matter how you do it. You can lay down on your back, then get up, or lay down on your front, then get back up. It doesn't matter. There's no wrong way. If you start questioning methods, you're adding friction. Now you have 2 exercises that you can practice. Continue doing them week after week. Add another exercise that you think is relevant to your needs when you feel ready. There's no rush. You have 12 weeks to figure out what works for you. You might find that the exercises you choose don't require a gym membership. And this is another way to keep things frictionless. And after a while, it may be that the exercises you first started doing start to feel a bit easier. When this happens, you can advance them in some way. It might be that you add weight to the squats. Remember, these exercises must be easy for you to do. And if you feel any resistance, you weren't ready to add it to your routine. Each step should feel like it fits into your life, not disrupt it. At this point, I want to make it clear this challenge isn't just about accumulating exercises. I'm not suggesting that at the end of the 12 weeks, you have a dozen exercises in your routine, but rather you think about adopting other habits that you benefit from. You may want to cut your alcohol intake down, or you may want to walk to work a couple of mornings each week. Whatever it is, it must fit easily into your routine, because if it doesn't, you won't stick with it. A quick side note on this, I rarely have anyone I coach do more than a handful of exercises at any one time. Too many exercises overwhelm most guys. And while they seem helpful at first, they give the illusion of progress. Remember, this challenge is to create a routine of exercises and habits that you can see yourself doing for years. A routine that works for you. By the end of the 12 weeks, you won't just be a bit fitter and stronger. You'll have built a training system that is structured and progressive and tailored to you. What's more, it's set you on an upward trajectory. After several weeks, you may decide that you want to invest in some equipment of your own. If you do, I strongly suggest you choose just one tool. It could be a kettlebell or adjustable dumbbells. It's important to see the equipment as a reward, not a requisite. The tool that you choose must benefit your routine. It can't create friction. If it makes your routine complicated, confusing, frustrating, or inconvenient, scrap it. It must be worth the investment. Choose wisely and your equipment will boost your enthusiasm. Before this challenge, you may have approached exercise like a first-time investor, throwing as much as you could into a potential stock, going to the gym 3 or 4 times a week, using all the machines, spending hundreds on supplements, maybe even hiring a trainer. While taking on this challenge, you'll see yourself growing into a more seasoned investor, carefully choosing what you invest your time and effort into. Guided by the compound effect, you'll be more patient, more confident that your efforts will yield significant return in the future. As I coach guys through this challenge, I teach them about the idea of fitness being on a spectrum and how they can manage their expectations so they don't lose momentum or enthusiasm. I will explain this idea of fitness on a spectrum in a future video. But for now, if you like the sound of this challenge, give it a go and let me know how you get on in the comments. I'd like to know what exercises you choose, what challenges you experienced, what worked and what didn't. If you're the kind of person who does better with a coach in your corner, click the link in the bio and I may be able to help.